Y'all see people talking about get into wholesaling. You don't need any money. It's the perfect place to start in real estate. However, what is wholesaling? Let's keep it 1,000, right? I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, right? I'm not gonna tell you the technical definition and, the brainiac way and all of that.
Thank goodness.
I'm gonna tell you my understanding of wholesaling. Basically, what you're doing is you're going out to the property, right? So you need to know how to analyze the deal, the timeline and the wholesale process and how it all works. And acquisitions, you have to study that first. You have to know how to acquire the deal. And here's why. The exit strategy is different. Whether you're gonna wholesale or whether you're gonna flip, that's a different exit strategy. However, buying the deal, you need to be buying the deal as if you're gonna flip the deal, even though you're gonna wholesale the deal, because your end buyer is a flipper. So you need to think with their mindset and their brain. You know what I mean? If you want the big dogs in your neighborhood, then that's what the hell you need to do. It's a property that might need $120,000 in repairs, and they're like, got this rehab, Oakland, California, $20,000 in repairs, reach out to me. What the are you talking about, man? The kitchen alone is gonna cost 20 grand. So you have to know your market, you have to know your area. So you have to know how to run your rehab numbers, and you need to know how to run your comps. Pull the right after repair value comps or your ARV comps. Basically know how to work your numbers backwards and figure out a way to wiggle your wholesale fee in there where the rehabber, the flipper, is getting themselves a great deal and you're still eating at the same time, and you're adding value to the seller. So when you're a wholesaler, you have the seller and you also have the rehabber. Those are both your clients, and you gotta make sure both of them are happy. As far as the seller, you gotta make sure they get what they want and they're satisfied. With the rehabber, you wanna make sure you're giving them a smoking deal so that way they come back with repeat business with you at all times. Never get over on people, be transparent when you do business, and that's what the game is all about. The first step, what you gotta do is you need a pipeline of leads coming in. So you need to start your marketing. How do you market for wholesale deals? How do you find these leads? There's so many sources, but I'm gonna give you free sources and paid sources for you to find leads. So first free source is networking with agents. Real estate is a relationship business. And this is something that I'm constantly working on, to develop relationships with people. I used to be an introverted type of person where I stick to myself. You have to be outgoing, you have to speak to people, you have to network with people. Now, I wouldn't go to an agent, introduce myself and say I'm a wholesaler. For one, most agents don't even know what wholesaling is. For two, they're gonna be like, man, this guy's gonna waste my time.
Waste of time.
But you network with agents as you position yourself as an investor, as a buyer. You're buying real estate, you're an investor in real estate because you are a real estate investor. The reason you're networking with agents is not to find deals that are on the MLS. And for those that don't know what the MLS is, it's the multiple listing service. And here's why. They go to what's called an IDX feed. What an IDX feed is a feed that feeds all the MLS data into other websites like Trulia, Zillow, Redfin, Coldwell Banker. Everybody and their mama is seeing these leads, right? Now, is that lead saturated? Yes. So I'm not saying you can't get good deals off the MLS. I purchased a lot of property off the MLS, but you have to negotiate those good deals. They're not gonna just be good deals off the rip. You have to find out what the seller wants and what the seller's needs are. However, starting out with wholesaling, when you're working with agents, you need to find what's called pocket listings. Now, what is a pocket listing? A pocket listing is exactly what it is, a listing they got in their pocket. They got it hidden in their pocket. They're not letting anybody know about it. Agents spend a lot of money on their marketing. So they might've came across some leads for their marketing, and it's a property maybe that's a fixer-upper. A good candidate for wholesaling or for fixers in general is probate type properties, right? With a probate property, for example, somebody might inherit the property. Maybe the person that owned it might have been in a senior home for many years. The property sat vacant for many years, fell in disrepair and has a lot of deferred maintenance to the property. So now they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with that headache, and they just want that gone, and they just want to sell it. In fact, they have to sell it to settle the estate. So to settle the estate, when it goes to probate, when somebody dies, now it goes through the probate court system, and they have certain debts they gotta pay, and they gotta sell their assets to pay off these debts, and then whatever's left over the heirs to the estate or the family who are the heirs to the estate, they get what's left over. So they have an obligation to sell off all these assets. So if the person owned real estate, then they got to sell off that real estate too. Here's the thing though, they might reach out to their local friendly agent to help them buy their home or help them sell their home. Now this is a different kind of beast that this agent might not even be used to dealing with. You know, the agents don't want to go into our property when you walk in there, smell like cat piss, you start itching because it's so dusty in that thing.
What is this place?
They don't want to be around that. So they just want to get it gone quick. You show them you're a closer and they're going to go ahead and give you that deal. Another free way to get leads is just what we call driving for dollars. And what driving for dollars is, you're driving through a neighborhood. When you see a house that's boarded up, the mail's piling up in the mailbox, old soggy newspapers in the driveway, a car sitting there on 4 flats with cobwebs, you know, blue tarp on the roof, things like that. These are properties, any property that looks in disrepair, look like it's just out of the ordinary of the rest of the houses on the block, write that address down. And I'll show you exactly how to find the owner's information in a second. When I got stuck in rush hour traffic, do you know what I like to do? I'll get off and I'll start taking back streets down near the freeway in the direction I'm going. I might see a smoking deal that could turn into a great lead. Another free way of attaining leads is cold calling. So cold calling could be somewhat of a paid way of marketing. And the reason I say that is, to be effective at cold calling, you're not gonna pick up your cell phone call one by one. To be effective with cold calling, you're gonna get an auto dialer, like Call Tools or Mojo Dialer. I use Call Tools. It's an auto dialer. You load up a list with thousands of numbers, thousands of leads in there. We like to do 3 at a time. So it will start dialing 3 phone numbers at a time. And as they're ringing, whoever picks up first, it'll hang up the other 2. You'll start talking to the person that picks up. Then when that hangs up, it'll start ringing again. So really, you just put your headset on and you just sit there and then it does all the work for you. And then as soon as you get someone on the phone, all you hear is beep. And then you say, hey, how you doing? And you'll go into your script.
You have a deal? Deal or no deal? Let's make a deal.
And that's why I said it could be free, because you could do it right from your phone. However, to be effective, you want a big list, you want an auto dialer, and eventually when you get the ball rolling and it's making money, you want to get what's called a virtual assistant to handle this. What I do for my virtual assistant is I get my virtual assistants from the Philippines. And the reason why is, you know, I love the culture of the Philippines, I love the people there, and they're willing to work, you know, and they do a great job and they can speak very well. So VAs is a great way to expand your business. I love it. I love this global economy we're in, man. Let's go into some paid ways. Yellow letters. Yellow letters are great. However, keep in mind that the yellow letters, it's a small response rate. It's a 1% response rate. You need to do it a lot to get a return on your investment. The cheapest deal I ever bought, I bought a deal, a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house. I bought it for $3,000. And I bought that off a yellow letter. Ain't no half stepping. Everything I do it big, man, as y'all can see. So I'm not gonna tell you to go ahead and send out 100 letters or talk to a few people and things like that. That's just not how it works, man. One other free way is door knocking. What is door knocking? With door knocking, you're gonna find out where the owners live and you're gonna knock on their door and ask them to sell that property. Remember, have confidence, have courage, and be convincing. Another paid advertisement is you could do what's called Facebook ads. This can get pricey, but it's also a highly effective way to get to a targeted audience. You could target a specific audience in many different ways to attack the audience exactly how you want them. Another one is, now we're getting into big dollars here in highly effective ways of marketing, PPC. Pay per click is like that. When you type in Google, we buy houses Bay Area, or we buy houses Oakland, or we buy houses Milwaukee, you want your business to pop right up. So now you got leads flowing in. What are you gonna do? How would you get the owner's information driving for dollars? Well, a tool that I utilize is PropStream. It's a great tool. You get a lot of the owner's information. It'll tell you where they live. They tell you all the details about the property. However, well, say you're limited on dough and you're real limited on money and you don't want to spend the money that PropStream costs every month. All you got to do is take the information you got and go down to your tax assessor's office or your county, and you can look up the owner's information right there. Most tax assessor office now, not all of them, most counties, you could look them right up online. So you could just Google search whatever county you're in and it'll pop right up, and then you should be able to search online. Smaller counties, you can't really do that. You got to go actually into the actual building and search it in person. So let's get into the wholesaling timeline. So here in the beginning is where you're marketing here. Here's the thing with your marketing. While you're marketing for leads, you need to be marketing for buyers to go ahead and sell your contract to assign your contract. So where are you gonna find your buyers? Best way is your local RIAs. What a RIA is a real estate investors association. And these are local meetups where you go meet people in person, you network, you hang out. It's a great place to find private money. It's also a great place to meet buyers for your wholesale deals. Another area to meet buyers for your wholesale deals is Facebook. Facebook is cool because you can do it from the comfort of your house. You can do it on your phone, sitting on the couch. You want to join as many real estate groups as possible in the areas that you plan to do business in. You'll slowly start to see who the movers and shakers are, who the closers are in those groups. And those are the people you want to reach out to. Most people that say they're the truth ain't the truth. Most people that say they're the boss, they ain't a boss.
Friendly reminder.
You go to a RIA in a room of 100 people, there's probably only 5 real closers there that are closing deals. The rest of the people are just trying to figure out life and don't know their ass from their elbow. And that's just the reality of the situation. So right here, you're gonna be marketing for your leads, for your properties, as well as for your buyers, your end buyers that you're gonna go ahead and wholesale to. Now, you get a lead, you lock it up, you get it under contract. Once you get it under contract, so say you got it under contract here, it's go time. You need to open up escrow. So you should also be making relationships with title companies. Once you open up escrow, you wire your EMD to escrow, and this starts your due diligence phase. What's the due diligence phase? Well, you should always have an inspection contingency in your contract, giving you a certain amount of period of time to inspect that property. And it's during that time that you go ahead and start bringing your end buyers in, having your end buyers come check out the property and figure out who wants the deal. Now you go through your database and say, okay, say for example, if it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you know, in a certain section of the city, in a certain zip code, who buys in this zip code, who likes 3-bedroom, 2-baths, and likes this style of a house. And you go through your database, oh, I got this one, this one, this one, this one. You start reaching out to all of them. Whoever's first to give you a non-refundable deposit, that's who takes the cake, that's who gets the deal. You make sure that their deposit is non-refundable. Preferably their earnest money deposit. So first of all, your earnest money deposit should be as little as possible. It does not matter. The seller does not get your earnest deposit. Your earnest money deposit goes to the title company. They don't even see it. So what difference does it make if your earnest money is $100K or $1,000? At the end of the day, they gotta wait till you close escrow to get their money any goddamn way, right? So it don't even matter. However, your end buyer, their non-refundable deposit should be the amount of your wholesale fee. So if your wholesale fee is $40K, that's their non-refundable deposit, $40K. The reason being is if they decide to back out of that deal for whatever reason and waste your time, and more importantly, waste the seller's time, man, absolutely keep their dang money. Your word is your bond and your bond is your life. Remember that. So they go ahead, you assign the contract to them. So an assignment form is different than the purchase contract you have with the seller. You make sure that purchase contract is drafted up a certain way that, you know, allows you to assign that contract. You go ahead and then you have a second contract, which is your assignment of contract. That's your contract between the end buyer and yourself that allows them to take over your rights in the original contract. You put those two pieces together and those go to a title company, right? So the title company irons all that out. At that point, you're out of the deal. The end buyer, they go ahead and finish the escrow process, getting all their corporate docs, getting their funds into escrow and all of that. Then they close the deal and you go to the end and you pick up your check. Now, there's a lot of working parts to that. There's a lot of in-betweens, like we talked about contracts and assignments and things like that. I have a course, Cash-Free Real Estate. It's actually not a course, it's a program. And here's why it's a program, because I'm gonna show you how to wholesale. I show you how to flip properties. I show you how to buy and hold. I show you how to get short-term rentals. I show you how to buy multifamily properties. And I show you how to utilize all this using zero of your own money. And that's why it's called Cash-Free Real Estate. You also get live weekly coaching calls, and you get access to our business success system, teaching you how to acquire business funding, and you'll get up to $250,000 in business funding. We got done for you credit repair. Here's this catch, is that in order to get business funding, your credit need to be right and exact, right? And because we know that, we go ahead, we put you through our credit repair team, and we take care of it for you. It's hands off for you. You don't worry about anything. That's what we do over here at Cash Free Real Estate, because I'm Mr. Prosperity and I just want to give back to my people. Reach out to me and follow, like, subscribe. If you feel like you got value from everything I just told you, like, subscribe, and keep watching for more tips, tricks, and hacks in real estate, credit, finance, and just all things fun. I love you guys. Peace.